Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perfect French with Dylan. Today we are going to learn how and when to use depuis, pendant and pour. The three of them can be translated to for. If you hear some weird noises in this video, it's Beefy, she's right there. Don't forget that you can get the free PDF for this lesson. If you are on my mailing list, the PDF is already in your inbox. And I hope you like my flowers. There's also a little quiz at the end of this lesson, 10 questions to make sure that you understood well the differences between depuis, pendant and pour. Let's start with when to use each. If we look at the first one, depuis is used to talk about an ongoing duration, an ongoing action. It's always going to be used with the present tense. And this is a big difference with English, we'll see that later on. Pendant is used to talk about a specific time frame. This is probably the most common out of the three because we can use it in the present, in the past, and in the future. We can also use it to talk about more general situations. The third one, pour, is used to talk about a future duration, something that's going to happen in the future. And usually it's a very specific time frame as well. So for 2 weeks, for 1 week, we'll see a lot of examples. The best part is that it can actually just be replaced by pendant. I know French can be sometimes complicated, it's just a synonym. Alright, let's see a few examples for each. Let's start with depuis. Depuis is definitely the easiest, we'll see. J'attends le bus depuis 1 heure. J'attends le bus depuis 1 heure. I have been waiting for the bus for an hour. So here is the big difference with English, between English and French, and this is something I'm going to talk about in the conjugation course coming very soon. It's about the present tense in French. Present tense in French is always used when we have the word since, depuis. And here is the main difference between French and English in present tense. So in this case, even though the action started a long time ago, we are going to use the present tense. This is something that I will come back on the conjugation course coming up very soon. So, j'attends le bus depuis 1 heure. I've been waiting for the bus for an hour. Another one. Il va à l'école depuis septembre. Il va à l'école depuis septembre. So he is going to school since September. So the action is still ongoing, he's still going to school. Okay? Another one. Nous étudions le français depuis 3 ans. Nous étudions le français depuis 3 ans. We have been studying French for 3 years. So we are still studying, okay? The action is still ongoing. Now if we see pendant. Pendant, if you remember, can be used in the present, in the past, and in the future. Je lui téléphonerai pendant la semaine. Je lui téléphonerai pendant la semaine. I will call him during the week. So here it's in the future. Il était là pendant 1 heure. Il était là pendant 1 heure. So he was there for an hour. Past tense, and we have also a very specific time frame. And you remember that I told you that we also use pendant to talk about general situations. For example, je ne travaille jamais pendant les fêtes. Je ne travaille jamais pendant les fêtes. I never work during the holidays. And the third one is pour. Don't forget that pour can be replaced by pendant. So it's good to know how to use them if you want to get to an advanced level. But if you can't make the distinction between the two at the beginning, only use pendant, and you will see that pour is going to come naturally. So you remember that I told you that pour is always used in the future and have a specific time frame as well. And it will be pour 1 heure, pour 2 semaines, etc. So for an hour, for 2 weeks, etc. For example, je pars pour 1 semaine en août. Je pars pour 1 semaine en août. There's also a rule that says that we use pour mainly with aller and partir. You can use this rule if you want. I personally don't like to teach it because I think we use many verbs, many other verbs, so it's not always very clear if you only remember this rule. But you can use it if you want. Another one. Il étudiera à Los Angeles pour 6 mois. Il étudiera à Los Angeles pour 6 mois. He will study in Los Angeles for 6 months. And the last one, this one I really like to teach, so I rather teach this one than teaching the rule about aller and partir, is the expression en avoir pour. En avoir pour. And this one can be confusing. So remember that this is just an expression, and an expression doesn't always follow the rules. So the expression is en avoir pour. En avoir pour. Plus duration, which means he will take plus duration. So if we look at it in a sentence, we have j'en ai pour 5 minutes. J'en ai pour 5 minutes. It will take me 5 minutes. Now let's do the little quiz to see if you understood. For each question, you will have 10 seconds to answer. The answer will be given right after the question. If you want to pass from one question to the other to go faster, this video has a timeline, so you can just go by chapters. Bonne chance! Question numéro 1. J'arriverai la journée. And the answer is j'arriverai pendant la journée. Question numéro 2. Ils habitent à Paris 6 ans. And the answer is ils habitent à Paris depuis 6 ans. Question numéro 3. Nous visiterons l'Espagne 2 semaines. And the answer is nous visiterons l'Espagne pendant 2 semaines. Here you could also answer with pour, it just sounds more natural to use pendant. Question numéro 4. Nous allons chez nos parents 1 semaine. And the answer is nous allons chez nos parents pour 1 semaine. Question numéro 5. Il étudie le japonais l'année dernière. And the answer is il étudie le japonais depuis l'année dernière. Question numéro 6. J'ai toujours faim la journée. And the answer is j'ai toujours faim pendant la journée. Question numéro 7. Il pleut ce matin. And the answer is il pleut depuis ce matin. Question numéro 8. Il a dormi 8 heures la nuit dernière. The answer, il a dormi pendant 8 heures la nuit dernière. Question numéro 9. Il en a seulement 1 heure. And the answer is il en a seulement pour 1 heure. Question numéro 10. Il a toujours soif la nuit. And the answer is il a toujours soif pendant la nuit. Please let me know how well you did on the quiz in the comment section. I'm sure you did great. So that's it for today. I will see you next Wednesday for a new lesson. À bientôt.